Check, check. Oh, that's pretty darn clear. Yeah, Pika, I don't get it. Well, maybe I do. Like, people get really upset. I get the most trolling and outrage from the show when I'm dressed up as Kevin Smith and trying to do his voice and everything. Once again, I just... Hi! Welcome back. It's Buddy Christ. Doesn't he just say Buddy Christ? I'm an ordained minister. I blessed all my weapons, my imaginary weapons, especially the phaser banks and photon torpedoes on the Enterprises. Holy thunder, holy diver, you've been down in the... Gotta get away, boom, boom, between the silver lines. There's a truth that's hard to steal. All right, enough of that. Hi, oh my goodness, we've scared off the audience with your Dio. No, but just trying to get the right one. And the left one. I like both sides. I have friends on both sides. I'm stuck in the middle with these. And I don't know how I'm feeling tonight. Got good feeling that something ain't... Hi, welcome back. Once again, it's time for the Comics Coffee Table, where we leave the real world problems over there. We pull up a chair to our Comics Coffee Table and join each other's company. Pull up a chair, sit beside us, bring a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose. Today, they're Pally, Tough Guy, Sizzle Chest, just, yeah. What Bostonian isms would you like to hear today? Park your car and have it yard? You can't park there. You get towed. There's no parking in Harvard Yard. You know, unless you're an HUPD police cruiser, you know, geez. Or one of them food trucks. They have a special license. Here at the Comics Coffee Table, we take a break together. We take our minds off our minds, and we talk about comic books. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We do. Click on those notifications. Subscribe if you could be so kind. If you like this kind of content, if you like talking about comic books once a day, just for a few minutes every day, it is completely possible. We have proved this. And we prove it by showing up. And if I'm able to make the 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daily live chat premiere, I'm in a great room of people talking at our own show, talking about comic books every day. And there's room for everyone. It's good to see the new faces, and it's good to see the comments in the comment section as well. Keep this comic book shop style conversation continuing. To be continued. Indeed. The local comic book shop is a big reason why I do this show. And it's my activism, and it's my redistribution of personal wealth. Yeah, the local comic book shop. I grew up blessed to have several in my area. Here, pre-recorded live before a studio audience of stuffed animals from our Boston studios. And I'm a lifelong Bostonian. New England's first comic book shop opened in 1974, Million Year Picnic in Harvard Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I grew up blessed to have several as a child in the early 1980s. And before that, we had spinner racks and newsstands and an affordable price on eye level with small people. I mean, I had 4 bits in my pocket. That's 50 cents. That's 2 quarters. You know, that could be a funny book. You know, if the funny book was still 35 cents, you'd have 15 cents left over for a tonic. Well, that's what we call soda pop here in Boston. I remember going, I think it was in Florida or something. I was like, yeah, I'll take I was a kid. Like, yeah, I'll take a tonic, please. And I was expecting a Coke, and they gave me tonic water. Yeah. That happened! Yeah, and keep your Kevin Smith quotes, comments to yourself, man. You should fucking, man, you be He-Man. You write He-Man. Do it. Write your own He-Man. Just do it. Make yourself feel better, man. Just fucking just avoid that shit. I see a part of like being part of having fun in comic books is avoiding the bad shit and bad actors, and which is part of our culture. It's like filled with like leveraging and this modern 21st century thing we call platforming, the gerund version, to platform as in a verb, and the platform the noun itself. There's a lot going on in all this 21st century kind of social media speak. There's adjacency. There's silence is violence and silence is consent. There's so many stupid things. I mean, I can't keep track of it. So I've given up and I just be myself, be yourself, and be yourself all together with us too. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daily, talking about comic books, the local comic book shop where I get my supplies. If you're new to the show, I just want to say, hey, I'm Eric O'Sullivan and I love spending my money. Well, I like redistributing my personal wealth at the local comic book shop. I'm buying my supplies there. We're reboxing, reboarding, and rebagging my entire collection. And along the way, I'm going to get a ballpark figure of what they're worth and wrapping my head around the 10-point grading system that's an industry standard. I like buying back issues too. So now I have the leverage to be like, hey, do you have final negotiating power on this floppy here? On this Iron Man 152? If not, then can I speak to whomever does? Because I see a couple of dings and I would like to purchase this, but I think $20 is a bit much. Hello. Yeah. I love this. This is added on such a new level of learning and understanding into my lifelong hobby already. I was pretty ignorant about the Overstreet stuff. I've only caught on to Overstreet in the past couple of years and how important it is. There are links in the description to these Amazon pages where you can get your own copies and you can play along at home. I mean, this is great. We talk about dings. Dings. What are dings? Dings are flaws that I find in comic books, and they all have them too. Like, let's look at let's see. Here we go. Let's look at a 4.0. This is a very good. What is a very good funny book? Well, that's in taste. We're not talking about taste. We're talking about the 10-point grading scale. Listen, I don't buy or sell or into the whole, hey, I got a slabbed 9.8 of yada yada. Sorry. But I do appreciate this part of the game that I didn't really know much about, and about the condition of my own comics. So they're just like certain defects are allowed if other defects are not present. That's interesting. It's an organic thing. It's made out of paper, which was made out of trees, in which humidity and being properly kept can play a role in its odor. Does it have an acid odor? Are there the discolorations in the staples, which could rust? We've got cover creases, spine roll. Then there's spine split. I mean, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 criteria. The criteria is 21. A criterion would be one of these. The plural of criterion is criteria. And here's the criteria. That's 21 things to look for in a funny book that will give you a ding. That's right. Did we get ding? Yeah. And that's from the live chat. I mean, the live chat, it's like, you need a bell. Ding. All right. And so this is, but again, it's like, I'm not into like, selling. I'm really into like finding out the discovery of, I've had this magazine for 20 years. Geez, I haven't had a board, a backing board in there, an acid-free backing board that you can get at your local comic book shop. I could be getting my online supply chain for these, and getting a discount. But no, I am literally paying the markup so I can help contribute to the keeping my local comic book shops open for as long as humanly possible. Because when they're gone like the record store or the toy store, the mall toy store, any mall store at this point. But there will always be I think a boutique, like a niche boutique. But I think the direct market is changing. Indeed, evolution, one could say. So what is going on today? We are still going through my Image Comics long box. It's great. We've been kind of basically stuck in the big two the whole show. Oh, wow. I wonder what this one's worth. There's Legacy. It's a TV series, too. So, no. Let's see. I haven't seen Super Crooks yet. We were talking about, someone mentioned Super Crooks in the chat the other day. And, no, I didn't read it, and I don't watch the Netflix shows. Interesting enough, I will read a Mark Millar book, but I've never seen any of his Netflix material. I don't Netflix, and I won't Netflix. It's one of those personal decisions that we make. This isn't a lot about. I don't know. Someone a dear friend of mine, in these great conversations that we have in real life over great suppers and company spent, once challenged me with the notion is, what's your difference between cancel culture and you not, and you taking your business away? Isn't that what you're doing? You're canceling them, by, taking, making a statement saying hey, I refuse to buy here anymore. And I think that's a good point. I think it's in the intention. I think something about cancellation has some kind of intention of wanting to take away the ability for a person to make to ply their trade and in their trade in a way, while taking your business elsewhere. You say good luck and I hope you thrive and I hope you are successful. I'm just taking my business elsewhere for my very personal reasons. There's no intention of the demise of that company. Hey, I'm blocked on Twitter by @Paramount, @Star Trek on P+, Paramount Plus. Okay, because for a comment I made about Picard Season 1 a few years back when they were at CBS All Access. And now, should I be rooting for their outright demise? That would make me a prick. All right? And that would be canceling. Should am I going to subscribe to Paramount Plus? Fuck no. Why would I? Don't give money to people that hate you. But they're people all the same. So just, be with your, ply your trade, do your thing. I can yay capitalism. I can shop wherever I want. I don't have to shop with you. I'm not spending my money with you because of my reasons. And they're my reasons. And they could be my emotions. It could be my opinions. Or it could be my reason. It could be anything, but it's my choice. But I guess the intention, what is cancel culture? I guess cancel culture would be the intent is to send, is punitive for, and there's an aspect of it of making it difficult for the individual to ply their trade within their trade. I think that's that's the difference. So for me not to watch Netflix, that's a personal decision based upon opinion, emotions, and my rationality. It was just two things happening at once too, a very yin and yang spiritual thing. It was lockdown 2020, so I was trimming the fat, and so to speak. I had to give up all of my memberships to all the YouTube stations I had been watching for that whole year before that was turned on to. I was Gary Beekler's, Nerdrotics, another one. I loved going to the member streams with Nerdrotic. We all start off on our iPhones with a tripod clip with the ring light, I mean, that's how we all start, don't we? And that's and we all make our mistakes on that, like, you know, on that level. But Gary is a nice host, and he would have member only streams, and he gave great advices. And one of them was get a great mic, a decent webcam, and you two can, you know, do this. And if you have something to say, basically, and some great advice. But I had to, you know, heartbreakingly trim like all these little things away, you know, to break even. I was on work furlough for 9 months, and so my YouTube memberships had to go, Hulu had to go, Netflix had to go, and then a week later, Netflix had the whole Mignon Cuties debacle, and so I can't say that I left Netflix over Cuties, but I wouldn't go back to Netflix because of Cuties. That's emotion. But I mean, Netflix is going to. I can cancel my subscription, but to cancel them specifically for, to wish for the demise of Netflix, because and to use social media as a way, I don't know. I'm just, I wouldn't wish for their, let the market decide. But, my choice is my choice. My reasons are my reasons. My opinion is my opinion. And my emotion is my emotion. And those, and it's a story in itself. I mean, I can share with you. It's like, I won't watch Netflix. Why? I don't want to give them the metrics, the clicks, or the attention that they seek. It's got nothing to do with money. I don't think they care about money. I think they care about clicks. They care about what we, the YouTube creators, care about. Clicks, views, public accumulated hours, stuff like that. Metrics. Why? Because that's a game in itself. That's great, But it's something about, and so it's okay. I can shop elsewhere. I got Amazon Prime, the built-in movie network on my online supply chain, and I could rent movies. I can see shows. I missed out on Squid Game. So what? I mean, I missed out on Witcher. So what? I'm reading the Witcher books. I can find I can probably, if it's good enough, I can find a DVD bootleg of anything, if something's that good, But yeah, so I think that's the line in the sand. I think that's the line between like taking your business elsewhere isn't cancel culture. Which brings me full circle back to Mark Miller, who got the Netflix deal that everyone else has been the standard on. Look at Warren Ellis. He's got development deals. Look at Mark Miller. He's got development deals. I mean, we use our comic books as springboards to Netflix TV-style TV deals. And that's platforming as a noun. I mean, that's using our hobby as someone else's platform. No. They're the comics. They're for us. I mean, they're for everyone. But that's what happens, those are the intentions of, some, I guess. So yeah, this is Jupiter's Legacy #1 by Mark Miller and Frank Whiteley. This was a magnificently, really awesome, good. We got dings. I looked it up in the book. Its cover price at a 9.2 near mint. It has its cover price. This wonderful art by Frank Whiteley. I mean, these two are an often battery pair. Also with Frank Whiteley also works with Grant Morrison a lot. And this is just a superhero story about superheroes and about the golden age meets the modern age, and about superheroes become. I don't know, what would a future be with superheroes, with super people? What would it be culturally? What would it be, would they literally be an Olympus-style pantheon, kind of living above us and protecting and judging us? I like this. Look at the Jupiter circle. So we got Jupiter's Legacy. and I never finished Jupiter's Circle, which was the follow-up to Jupiter's Legacy. Maybe I did. Oh, it was volume 2. That's it, yeah. And it's really good stuff. Oh, no, it was Jupiter's Legacy 2. All right, there we go. See, I was like really tuned in this for a while. Yeah. Issue 4, 3. Looks like I missed issue 2. But yeah, I mean, some nice Filnato art, though. These are all on Image. Those are on Image. Yeah, these are all on Image. And this is like, yeah. So there was a Jupiter's Legacy TV series. A huge, awesome looking TV show that I've never seen or haven't touched. And I know, and I read. You've seen all the funny books. I just showed you all these funny books. Let's look at, once again, a stack of funny books. Putting under your nose here at the Comics Coffee Table. There's always the coffee table was where my friends and I would hang out. There would be a stack of movies, a stack of music, a stack of books, and especially a stack of comic books. What if like a friend of yours gave you a stack of funny books to read? That's how we roll. And but yeah, so all of these funny books, and they made a TV show out of it. I didn't touch it. I did watch the first 2 seasons of The Boys. I didn't, because that's on Amazon. I have Amazon. It's built. It's it's already paid for. And I didn't come back for season 3. It was just, it's one of those things where TV story needs and artificial modernity. I think there's an artificial modernity that's if the closer you stay to the source material, the better the better the overall enjoyment of the product will be. Because it was written right the first time, enough for it to have been adapted. So to take such liberty, tone wise, it's got its own flavor. It has an expectation, and but yeah, I didn't complete The Boys. But Jupiter's Legacy, once again, we're going to read this from, you guessed it, the Wiki. Jupiter's Legacy is an American superhero television series that premiered on Netflix on May 7th, 2021. And it's based on the comic book of the series of the same name by Mark Miller and Frank Quitely, and published by Image Comics, produced by Miller World, D. Bonaventure Pictures, and D. Knight Productions. It was developed into TV by Stephen DeKnight, who did Spartacus, Blood and Sand. Stephen DeKnight did the Spartacus. That was apparently really good. I don't have Showtime. There are so many TV shows out there. It is so, like, my best friend keeps telling me to watch Succession. He's crazy about that show. I guess it's like, because it's like the new Mad Men or something. And that's where that level of TV has gone. And I'm just like totally missing it. And like, I'm really, yeah, I'm like, really, maybe, I don't want to have a show right now. I can always go back to it. But he was replaced, he was the showrunner, but he was replaced by Sung Kyu Kim midway through production. So it had production problems. Had a good cast of, Josh Duhamel from, Transformers, Leslie Bibb, who she was, wasn't she in Iron Man as the reporter? And she was Ricky Bobby's wife, who left him for his best friend. Hey, driver, get a load of these. Awesome. And the series received mixed reviews and was canceled after 1 season, with a spin-off continuation and a live-action adaptation of Super Crooks ordered to series. Super Crooks is animated in the same fictional universe as Jupiter's Legacy. Oh, okay. So I didn't read Super Crooks. It would probably fit in. It would fit in with this stack of Jupiter's Legacy funny books, wouldn't it? It was set in the same fictional universe as Jupiter's Legacy, preceding the additional live-action series, and was released to Netflix November 2021. Aww. And yeah, that's Jupiter's Legacy, huh? That's a stack of funny books. Yeah. Love Mark Miller. Mark Miller. And you should check out his interviews on his station called Miller Time. Oh, gosh. It was just... That's the kind of content that I like. Like, comics creator content. Mark Miller, man. It's just like... I also hear that Rob Liefeld's Observations is really good, too. I haven't checked that out yet. Comic book shows I do watch regularly. All shout out to Yule Carter at Fantastic Comics. I watch his show weekly. I watch his. He has 8 p.m. Pacific time every Tuesday. He's been doing it for under about 160 consecutive weeks now. That's almost 4 years, right? And that's great. Keep it going, Yule. And he's a comic book shop owner of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California, and he's got a really great perspective and point of view. He is boots ground level, keeping his shop open post-pandemic in the changing direct market, and he's got a great point of view. I love Yule Carter. I'm on Wes's panel with him often, and I always look forward to seeing him in the comments or in the live chat that he shows up for my show. Thank you very much. And he pimps my show too. He's got it on his Chiron. Shows that he's watched. So, I mean, it's we have a mutual admiration society, me and Mr. Carter. So check out Yule Carter's show, Fantastic Comics, weekly. I watch Comics by Perch, Comics with Perch. The moment is here, you can stop your search. It's Comics by Perch. Bump. Love those musical bumps he made. those work for me. And I watch Perch a lot. I learned about making YouTube content from creators like Perch and Wes from Thinking Critical. And if that puts me on the bad person's list, then so be it. You know what I mean? We have more fun. I mean, it's like what Ricky Gervais says. You know what I mean? You're offended, and I think it's funny, and that's why I'm happier than you. I love that attitude. That's my attitude as well. I can't help the sense of humor. Every time I try to censor it, I become miserable. I mean, do I have to change myself in order to get someone to like me? That would make me inauthentic. And I am authentic and genuine. And I legitimately like myself. So, I mean, that's a life lived. You know, just shamelessly, I guess. and to be genuine and authentic. To be true to oneself. We should really get to some, boarding and bagging and boxing and this boxing and bagging show. Hi, kids. Patriarchy. Yeah, Fit Planet number 1. I'm going to this. But yeah, this is completely this is great design though. I mean, are you non-compliant? Put it on your face. Hard women doing hard time. Okay, patriarchy. That's when all those buzzwords started happening. I mean, 2015 was an axial age. Platforming. Platform, the verb. Platform, the gerund. Platform, the noun. The only platforms that we care about, the ones with 13 steps that we can... I see, yeah, I can feel it, yeah. This bag feels brittle. This bag has to go. Oh, yeah, this thing is so dinged up. Look at this. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, my goodness. Couldn't have happened to a nicer comic, though. Gina ties. Here you go. Hey, protect your face. Are you buying this? This is cute. I mean, yeah, this is... And I think it was, it was probably DeConnick's maybe her best. I didn't read Pretty Deadly. I should go back. I mean, that was that Image Comics. I mean, independent writers. I mean, okay, and this is the house that brought us Casanova. We've covered Casanova. Just because, damn, I covered the comics I love. I love Casanova. That's done by her husband, Matt Fraction. And together, they make Milk Fed Productions. And I'm pretty sure this is my speculation that Milk-Fed Productions probably did get one of those Warren Ellis, Mark Miller style TV production deals to adapt their original stuff. Perhaps even, maybe, Bitch Planet the movie, you know? Penny roll. She's gonna blow. It was really interesting. I'm not saying that. Critically, I mean, like, okay, I'm a comic book reader, but I am not a professional critic. But that I can still make observations about quality. That doesn't make me, like, this whole, like, you know, criticism thing. We got Bruin. We've had Bruin on social media for years now. Dun, dun, dun. But I can say that as a reader and a lover of comics, that Bitch Planet wasn't all that bad. It was actually pretty entertaining. I stuck with it for 9 issues. I hit the wall when it came to, and like these exploitation era, like, you know, evocative covers. I mean, this is a quality product. Look, and with the Japanese style, you know, undercut to the movie poster. This was a good, as products go. I mean, as a comic book does go, you know. But this comes from a specific agenda, point of view. Oh, shut up, Sully. No, it does. But this is, you know, non-compliant overalls. Orange is the new black. Pretty much, kind of like the same era of storytelling. But yeah, and other YouTube creators, yeah, so Comics by Perch, Wes at Thinking Critical, Wakasashi's Tea House, Gray, subscribe to him, he's grown his channel, and he does really good, he's into new comics, and he deserves, and if you like talking about comic books, is she a feminist? Well, you know, geez, I mean, do not approach her. She's dangerous. Well, I made a joke last week. Well, because it was like, I'm a jokey person. And I said an angry feminist must have designed. I got this toy in the mail. This is an old, I had it done unboxing. If you wanted to see it disappointed, the sad eyes of man babies. Well, behold, the size of this. This is my hand for perspective. This is a Robotech thing. All right. See, there's my hand. Here's our thing. And that's how, this thing is so tiny. It costs $65, $70 with shipping and handling. And if you wanted to see a disappointed man-child, I'll put the video at the end here. And but I'm just like, an angry feminist designed this to provoke man-boy tears. Fanboy, you know, man-child tears, and because they'll have the whole thing of empathy. Because when I opened it, because when I said, "Oh wow, that's not very big," and all I could hear was like, "That's what she said," wah wah wah. So I was trying to do my own spin on that without it, you know, using the cliche there. That like, oh, well, an angry feminist must have designed this to provoke man-boy tears, to fill their cups, and to give the empathy of the disappointment when you open the package and it's tiny. That's all we got today, kids. Thank you so very much for tuning in. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. Click on that notification. Ring that bell. You will figure out how to tell time if you do that. It's 3 p.m. in Boston. Therefore, it's time to talk comic books at the Comics Coffee Table. That's right. Pull up a chair. Grab a cuppa. Oh, it's time for some more coffee, isn't it? Look at that. Indeed. Thank you for spending your free time and your break time with us today. God bless. Namaste. We will see you again. Bye-bye.